I'll now talk about good governance and what one individual can do. One flower can wake the dream. One tree can start a forest. One bird can herald a spring. One smile begins a friendship. One handicap lifts a soul. One hand clasp can lift a soul. One star can guide a ship at sea. One word can frame the goal. One vote can change a nation. You'll be surprised that in the last 2004 elections, a gentleman won only by one vote in Karnataka. So please realize that one vote can change the nation. One sunbeam lights a room. One candle wipes out darkness. One laugh will conquer gloom. One step must start each journey. One word must start each prayer. One hope will raise our spirits. One touch can show you how you care. One voice can speak with wisdom. One heart can know what is true. One life can make the difference. You see, it is up to you whether you want to be that one who will contribute to the progress of society. As I mentioned, things may be gloomy now. When you look around, probably 50 years back it was not that gloomy. Today, the terrorist violence, the Marxist violence, the Naxalite violence seem to be increasing in this country. As I mentioned, there is a threat to normal day-to-day life. And you cannot leave it to the government alone. You cannot leave it to the representatives alone. It is for you to realize how important role you can play and how you can contribute to improve. I'll now mention to you some of the things that we can make a difference in improving the quality of life in this country. We Indians are fond of criticizing others as if no fault is on ourselves. We find it easy to find fault with the government, the laws, the rules, the neighbors, and so on. It is not that you cannot find fault with the faulty ones, but it is necessary first to know whether we have faults which need to be corrected. Our political parties, when in power, find it politically irresistible to abandon fiscal conservatism and sound economic policies for short-term gains in order to please powerful lobbies. Again, parties seem to be formed thanks to cater to the narrow requirements rather than general welfare. They have scant regard for rule of law. They know that nobody is going to question them because they have power with them. When Indians go abroad, they are quite successful. They obey the rules and regulations without any murmur or fear. You don't throw cigarette butts or waste paper on the roads when you go abroad. But when you come to your own town, you think that your private hygiene is more important than public hygiene. Look at the roads in your own city or in any other city in India. The filth that is accumulated on the roads is indeed a reflection how callous and indifferent we are. You would not speed on the roads to violate the traffic regulations when you are out. Can you spit pan on the streets in foreign countries? You don't flaunt your designations and authority to jump queues when you visit these countries. When it comes to burning social issues like those related to women, dowry, girl education, we make loud noises in public but continue to do the reverse at home. When problems present in quick succession, we blame the system or others. When corruption looms large, we don't realize that every payer of bribe is as much guilty and at fault as the receiver. Indian businessmen often complain against the government without realizing the majority of them don't observe the elementary requirements of corporate governance. If we do not realize these obvious facts, we will continue to be lagging behind, be it Human Development Index or Corruption Index. If we do not work hard with dedication and self-esteem, take pride in ourselves, in our country, we will continue to take back seat, whether it is in Olympics or international tournaments. We as a nation have to perform better. Let us therefore face obvious facts with courage now. India enjoys a good record of democracy, though not necessarily a disciplined one. It has a vibrant media, though not many a times a self-regulated and positive media. It has an independent judiciary, though not often quick in deciding cases. It has still respect for rule of law, though not free from loopholes in law. It has remarkable and successful entrepreneurs, though some of them do not respect basic rules of corporate governance. We have brilliant brains and excellent educational institutions, though education has not reached millions of downtrodden. Our labor is highly skilled and intelligent, though not always disciplined in their work culture. Our bureaucracy is well organized, but not necessarily responsible and responsive. We as a nation have to realize, in this changing hyper-competitive global economy, that everything has a price. Leisure and holiday culture, which is very widely present in this country, cannot make us a global giant. We will be a global pygmy if we do not take prompt remedial action. So I take this opportunity to appeal to all of you, the youngsters here, to realize that how you can change the quality of living in this country. If only you can get inspired by the teachings of great persons who have walked on the roads of this country, you can find solutions to many problems. It is not difficult, but it has to be a well-disciplined one. There have been many instances of good living by individuals, but that we have to convert it into a community benefit. So it is necessary for all of us to work together to realize the unity of this nation. Democracy, which was then, was probably adequate with its limitations in those times, but democracy has to be made relevant to the modern times. It has certain advantages. It prevents autocracy. It guarantees fundamental rights. It gives broader range of personal freedom, helps people to develop and protect their fundamental interests, and it gives maximum opportunity for faster human development, fosters relatively high degree of political equality. It provides free market and judiciary. More prosperous things can be achieved if only we take the good aspects of democracy. We should not be pampered by some of the freedom and license that you get under a democracy. A democracy can thrive only if we can take it seriously. Otherwise, as I mentioned earlier, democracy is capable of destroying itself.